From the unknown to the stars, from the couch to the car, from the unheralded and the unheard, to the legends and beyond, it's where we all belong. Yes, this is where it all starts. From every genre, from every plane, this is where the music's played. So tune right in, won't you bring a friend? This is where it all begins. Welcome to the show, let the music flow of every style and creed. And you can bet your socks that ETX rocks, ETX rocks.
Hey guys, Boston Chris here for another great episode of Songbirds and Troubadours presented by the ETX ROCKS Show. This is episode number 17, and we're featuring two great young songwriters. We have Joey Greer from Orange, Texas, and Tyler Stokes from Eustace, Texas, which is nowhere near each other. Now, if you guys are not from the state of Texas, which I'm not, you would be completely surprised how big this freaking state is. Yeah. These guys live probably 6 hours away from each other. It's the same state. There are countries in Europe that you can travel through quicker than that.
That's a thought.
Yeah. It's crazy. For you European folks out there, we could fit like 7 of y'all's countries right here in Texas. I'm telling you, it's crazy. So Songbirds and Troubadours is a show presented by the ETX ROCKS Show where we feature and focus on the songwriter, one of the most unheralded arms of the music industry, I feel, and we are a huge fan of original music here on the show, and that's why we've created this platform to showcase as much original talent as we can and to help the independent songwriter as much as possible. The way this show works, guys, is it's going to be 5 original songs from each of these great young artists. All original music, completely written by these guys, is coming at you tonight. You're also going to hear a question swap in the middle of the show, which is always a lot of fun because these guys get to ask the questions. I've interviewed over 300 people. This is not my show. This is going to be them interviewing each other. It's going to be super hilarious. You just never know what happens in that segment. It could be about the business. It could be about drinking. You just never know what they're going to ask, y'all. So just a little bit of information. Joey, tell us a little bit about your musical journey so far.
Well, I was born and raised in Orange, Texas, and I grew up in a family where my parents led worship. So the first 14 years of my life I was in a church, and from the time I was 12 years old until I was 18, I led worship in Baptist churches, and that's where I got my musical roots. And then I started doing country music about 5 years ago, started writing, and that's just been picking up ever since. And I live in Nacogdoches, Texas now. I go to Stephen F. Austin State University, and that's where camp's at. So for right now,
staying out of trouble.
Yeah, staying out of trouble.
So you guys are both kind of based in East Texas a little bit now. Now you say you're from Eustace, but I've seen you in Nashville. I've seen you in Galveston. I've seen you in DFW. Yeah, man. You're all over the place, man. You're a rambler, aren't you?
Yeah, that's all I do, man. Because that's what keeps me busy. I feel like when I'm not doing it, then I'm just not working.
Just not in the element, right?
So yeah, man. So when I'm out on the road, man, that's when I really have a good time. So I like to make it out to Galveston and Corpus Christi, and then back up to San Angelo and San Antonio, all over Texas, man.
Very cool.
I did the Nashville scene. I love it, but I love the Texas scene a little bit.
You're definitely a little bit more Texas.
You bet, dog. Yeah.
That's for sure. And you guys are going to see that tonight. We're super excited to present to you guys out there Joey Greer and Tyler Stokes. Without any further ado, it's time for some brand new original music. Y'all check it out.
What's going on? My name is Joey Greer, and this is Pour Me Something Strong. You can hear this one on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music. Anywhere you want to find it on a streaming platform, it's probably there. She walked in with a smile on her face, knowing that I was right here. She believes in kicking a man when he's down, drowning in beer. Turn around, said pull the bottle down off the top shelf, I need it right now. And pour me a glass and put it on my tab, I'm shooting her memory down. Now pour me something strong, the girl that done me wrong. She's standing right over there, acting like she don't care that I'm feeling low. Well, she broke my heart, and so my world ain't apart. time that she walked up to me, well, I was already 3 shots deep. I looked her down, said, leave me alone, ain't you done enough to me? Well, now all you talking's trouble, all I wanna talk is doubles down, won't you go on home? Me, Jack, and Jim, all their friends, we can work this out alone. Now pour me something strong, the girl that done me wrong. She's standing right over there, acting like she don't care, feeling low. She broke my heart, and so my world ain't apart. Now I'm getting gone, left me all alone, and pour me something strong. All the whiskey's gone, but I ain't alone. Oh, this girl at the bar, well, she's taking me home.
Man, that's a good tune right there, dog.
Appreciate it, man.
That works well up there in the studio.
Oh yeah, and you know, live when I do it on shows, man, I do an end with it and I capo and bring it up. You know, we do a little.
That's some honky tonk.
Yeah, we do a little honky tonk speed up at the
Yeah,
end.
dude, I like it, dude. Cool stuff, man. I guess it'll be my turn to sing tune now.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I got an original song. I released this back in March. It was my first debut single I had. But now, I guess, like we said earlier, I was out in Nashville. I've done recording out there. I've done some recording in Galveston. But I finally found the record or the single that I wanted to put out. And it's this song right here. It's called Throw This Dog a Bone. Make sure it goes like that. Picture early this morning, find her and her things gone. Heard she didn't think twice before leaving my ass all alone. Now all I got is a quarter sack and a bag of clothes, a beat up flat top guitar and a picture of Cash and George Jones. I figured it'd make my way out west to try to find my name in lights. I figured to keep on writing my songs and kicking ass in these bar fights. 'Cause it's time to throw this dog a bone. 'Cause I've, baby, been lost on this road. Chewed up and spit out and slayed me without a doubt. One bad son of a bitch alone. Well, it's time, babe, throw this dog a bone. I've been in the strings, singing the things old Johnny Cash used to talk about. I'm trying to fill the shoes, walk the line, sing the blues, do the real country out. I chose life the hard way, thumb down Hank's lost highway. Got no money to spend, ain't got no friends, I paid and I'm broke again. Well, it's time to throw this dog a bone. 'Cause I've been lost on this road. Chewed up and spit out, it's made me without a doubt one bad son of a bitch alone. Well, it's time, babe, to throw this dog a bone. Please tell me where the outlaw's gone. Pretty boy to the country and turn it all so wrong. But I keep my eyes on the truth when I write my song. If the good Lord's willing, you'll throw this dog a bone. Well, it's time to throw this dog a bone. 'Cause baby, I've been lost on this road. Chewed up and spit out, it's made me without a doubt one bad son of a bitch alone. Well, it's time, babe, throw this dog on. It's about damn That's my debut single.
Yeah. I'm gonna be downloading that one for sure.
Oh yeah.
That sounds good, man. I might have to go buy it on iTunes if I can find some change.
Right on, man. It just takes 99 cents. That's all it takes.
I know, man. That's why I tell everybody, I'm like, go buy it. please go buy it.
Well, at least listen to it on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Those views even look good on
Yeah,
YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
I need to start doing that, putting more stuff on there.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
But anyway, this is my next song that I'm going to do. This is called Mexican Getaway. And I picked up Spanish working at a feed store about 3 years ago in Nacogdoches, Texas. And I played this for a couple of my buddies out there in the back. And they said, oh, bueno canciones, which means like good song in Spanish. So I figured it was all right to play for everybody else. And everybody's been liking it. So y'all tell me what you think. My mind out on the border of old Mexico. I found me a pretty little senorita. I told her, baby, let's go. Climb on in my truck and roll down the road. She looked me dead in the eyes, said, okay, mama knows. Then she sang, then I give me more. Dame tu vida, por favor. Let's get out of here now. Come on, babe. Come pack your bags for a Mexican getaway. I thought there for a second that I was in control. But senorita had changed on my heart and soul. Oh, that was in my mind, was getting ready to roll. And them dark brown eyes, they done caught them a gringo. And then she sang, when I give me more. Dame tu vida, por favor. Let's get out of here now. Come on, babe. Come pack your bags for a Mexican getaway. A Mexican getaway. Yeah, yeah. A Mexican getaway. Yeah. Oh, Mexican getaway. By the time that truck was packed, I went back inside. And when I came back out, I couldn't believe my eyes. My old Chevy truck was nowhere to be found. Just a bunch of Texas dust kicking up off the ground. You know I can still hear her singing out. Then I give me more. Dame tu vida, por favor. Let's get out of here now. And come on, babe. And go and pack your bags for a Mexican getaway.
I like that. It's different and it's awesome.
Appreciate that.
You got your senorita?
Oh man, I have one.
You did,
I have one, but you know, no.
Rough topic, man.
Oh yeah, no senoritas right now.
Oh man, well that song might get you some senoritas. Might be beating them up.
No man, that's off the camera talk.
Off the camera talk. I got an original song here. This one here is this is actually one of my most recent songs. It's called Turn This Wrong to Right. I hadn't put it out yet or anything. It's uncut. It goes like this. I've been spending all my time on this bar stool, trying to make a living a life as a fool. I'm spending all my money on beer and good times. Had a lot of friends, but they fade with a dime. A good-hearted woman don't come and go, looking for love down a long dirt road. Tonight I think we lost control. Showed up at your house, wouldn't you know? When you're down by the water and things get hotter, and listen to the crickets jam. 2 whiskey bottles, you're looking like a model, and that I just don't give a damn. Baby, tease, bring me to my knees, rock me till the morning light. But let's not take for granted the time that we're spending trying to turn this wrong right. We got the fire going, smoke blowing, stars in your eyes. Now knowing that the morning's holding for you and I. When we wake up, honey, I'll be gone, wondering why we're both alone. So let's cut the rug and leave it all behind and make good use of the night. Let's go down by the water where things get hotter and listen to the crickets jam. 2 whiskey bottles, you're looking like a model, and tonight I just don't give a damn. Baby, be a tease, bring me to my knees, rock me till the morning light. Let's not take for granted the time that we're spending trying to turn this wrong right. Let's go down by the water when things get hotter and listen to the crickets jam. 2 whiskey bottles, you're looking like a model, and tonight I just don't give a damn. Ooh, baby, be a tease, bring me to my knees, rock me till the morning light. Ooh, let's not take for granted the time that we're spending trying to turn this wrong right.
Man,
How's New York?
that's my favorite you played. That.
Oh, right on, man. Thanks, dog.
Man, that's awesome. But yeah, that's infectious.
I knew we need some upbeat
Dude,
stuff, so I had to
yeah.
throw that in there, man. Drop D can always be fun.
Oh man, I love writing new drop D when I
Yeah.
can.
Right
But
on.
yeah, man, I just noticed you weren't playing on an E string down there.
Dude, sometimes I'll go through a whole show playing with 4 guitar strings, man.
Really?
Because I use the top 3, dog.
That's it.
It's actually
You're-
a trick,
You're
man.
bass heavy, man. It sounds good.
Yeah, you use the top 3 and you sing above your guitar, man, you can get through any show.
Yeah, dude, I'd like to hear that one with a band behind it.
Oh, right on, man.
That one's infectious.
Thanks, brother.
But this next one right here, I wrote this probably a few weeks back. No, this was actually a few months back. This is called 2 Steps Away, and just one of your regular whole 2-stepping red dirt dance hall type thing, which is where I'm going to be at in June. In a few weeks in June 9th, I'm going to be at Red Dirt Dance Hall in Longview, so I can hear this one there too.
Cool, man.
This is 2 Steps Away. She's happiest when she's got her boots on, spinning around on a hardwood floor. You ought to see her eyes light up when they're playing her song. Prettiest things you'd ever seen before. She says, please babe, come and dance with me. Dancing around like she's gone crazy. Don't take a real smart man to see. Yeah, I'm sure lucky to call her baby. I think she knows she's only 2 steps away. Taking my arm, locking that thing away. Just one song, baby, I'm long gone. No anything left to say. It's hard to stop from my heart, baby, it's yours to take. You're on only 2 steps away. She says she loves a guitar and that intro. She says it takes her back in town. When she grabs me by the hand, I know I'm all hers and she's all mine, all mine. I think she knows she's only 2 steps away from taking my heart, locking that thing away. Just one song, I'm long gone, no there anything left to say. X marks the spot for my heart, and baby, it's yours to take. You're only 2 steps away. You're only 2 steps away. You're only 2 steps away. Walking across the floor, just holding you tight. If I could stop time, it would be tonight. Think she knows she's only 2 steps away from taking my heart and locking that thing away. Just one song, I'm long gone, no there ain't a thing left to say. X marks the spot for my heart, baby, it's yours to take. You're only 2 steps away. Happiest when she's got her boots on, spinning around on a hardwood floor.
Oh, man, that's some good Texas music.
Appreciate it,
I
appreciate
like
it.
that, man. Let's do that. You said 2 steps away, right?
2 steps away.
Is it iTunes yet?
No, man, that's actually one that I'm thinking about dropping as a single in the fall. I'm kind of throwing a few ideas around on like what I'm wanting to drop, and I'm gonna need some feedback on some of the stuff y'all hear off this podcast. It's gonna help me out with what I'm thinking about dropping in the fall. So, man, I've got my first question for you is how do you take what you've experienced and put it in a song as well as you do, like all your road experience and everything? Like, is that like your main experience, or is this a lot of like your imagination taking
That is a really good question, man, because you wanna hear that from a lot of artists, because like you listen to Waylon and like I do listen to Waylon, Johnny, those guys, and you're like, man, did they really live that? Right now, where I'm at in life with my songwriting, most of the stuff I write is super easy for me to write because I do every bit of it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I wrote Throw This Dog a Bone, it was pretty much me like drifted through life trying to figure it out, and then things figure itself out, and then another song figures itself out. And my songwriting, man, it's weird to like describe it, because when I sit down and write a song, if I'm trying to write it, there ain't no point in it, man. But if I just get down, I just get in the groove, and I pop out a 15-minute song, that's gonna be my song that I like a rock on. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works for me, man. So it's mainly just comes straight from the heart.
Yeah.
I don't try to like push it out. You know what I mean? I know you got a bunch of songs too, man. I looked at your list. Yeah. But I had a question for you, man. Like you said, you were out in Orange, Texas, man. Is that where you're playing and based, or where's your base at? Where do your band play at?
Right now, we're really starting up. I've only played 3 gigs with my band right now, and one was at the family reunion.
Oh, so you're kicking off, man.
Yeah, we're just now
dude.
getting started, and 2 weeks ago released the EP, and that was May 2nd. And like I said, y'all can check that out on all the major streaming platforms. But yeah, so basically right now we're based out of Nacogdoches because that's where I'm going to school. I'm still not out of college.
Right on. You said you're 22, so you're a junior?
Yeah, I'm a senior right now. So yeah, so I got one more semester. I graduate in December, and then after that, man, who knows? I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Are you gonna rock with this, or what you studying, man?
Well, I'm pre-dental. I just applied to dental school, and so if that works out, then I mean I've got a little bit of funding. But
so you're gonna do teeth and country music.
Teeth and country music, man. I don't know wherever God takes me is where I'm going. Man. So
that's the band name right there. Joey Greer and pulling teeth. That's the band.
The teeth pullers.
The teeth pullers.
Right on. So you want to be a dentist? That's really cool, man. That's really cool. All right, Joey.
Well, really, there's a ton of questions I can ask. I'm trying to really.
I know, that's my problem.
I'm trying to get them all singled.
I want to ask the best ones.
Yeah. So when you're on the road, and as an artist, I mean, I've been doing this for, like I said, about 5 years, and just like kind of playing everywhere. How do you keep from getting down when you're not on, like, you know, when you don't feel like you're climbing? How do you keep from getting down?
That's a good. You got some good ass questions, man. All right, this one is something that artists struggle with. Artists really struggle with this because you may not feel like you're kicking ass, and all it takes is just somebody, just one person, just to comment and say, "Good job," or just something. Because when you're grinding and you're driving from San Angelo to down to Galveston, and then you got to do a radio show, and then back over here, and you ain't getting paid for that, but you got to do it. All you think about is the negative, you know, and the drag. But really, man, you got to just think positive, and you got to know that you're kicking ass, because a lot of people can't do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It takes hard work and dedication, blood, sweat, and tears, and want to.
It really comes down to loving it.
Yeah, you gotta want this, Bubs, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like the biggest thing, because you do feel that way. That's a good.
You get down in the dumps quick, man.
Yeah, because you feel like you ain't doing nothing, especially when you're playing the same gigs over and over again, and you're for the same people. And trust me, those people are great. But you know, you feel like there's somebody I need to be in front of. Right. Really, it's those people. Right. Because those people are what pushes you on to do those.
And I'm always my own worst enemy when it comes to that stuff.
Me too. It'd be up here, man. Yeah. Like, especially when you're driving, dude. That's the best thinking place, man. When you're doing that.
I do most of my writing when I drive. I just kind of press record on my phone, and that's how I do it.
Yeah. Right on. So, my question to you: what made you want to even start music? Do you have what's your background in the music? Does anybody do it? Like, what made you?
Yeah. So both my parents led worship, like I was talking about in the intro. They led worship in churches for the first 14 years of my life. I was actually born on a Wednesday when they were leading worship. So the whole church, or my dad was leading worship, my mom wasn't, because she was about to pop. But they went the whole church was at the hospital when I was born. So I've been in it.
Same church, probably, right?
Actually, we moved around a little bit and down there in Southeast Texas. Cool, man. And I started leading worship when I was 12. I picked up a guitar when I was 7, and I just kind of kept going from there. And it's been in my blood, because both of my parents.
Oh, I can tell for sure. That's why I wondered.
Yeah, and like my mom plays piano and sings, and I've got 4 siblings. So my little brother drums, and he's an amazing vocalist. He does all my background music, everything. He plays harmonica as well, so he really.
What's his name?
Jared Greer is my little brother. Greer, cool, yeah. Man. And then I got a little sister that can out-sing both of us combined. So, and my older sister sings, and
that's my problem. We got a 10-year-old sister coming up. We're like, what are we gonna do with it?
Yeah. But and then my older brother, he's we call him the sound man. He doesn't do much.
Yeah, he's a sound guy. He does his knobs, man. You said they look good, man.
Yeah, so it's deep in me, man. It's as much a part of me as anything I've got. So.
Oh, I mean, you can tell with the way you play.
Well, same with you,
man. You can tell. Like, that's why I wondered, because there's some folks that they worked and they get it, and you can tell that. And there's some folks that just comes.
Well, it's definitely been a process.
It takes. Whoa, don't get me wrong on that. It takes work.
I wish I didn't have to work for it.
Hours of being a loser in your room playing with your guitar, man.
I wish I didn't have to work for it, man. I've met some people doing this, and guys like you, man. It's just like. You put yourself up against real artists, and you're like, man, that's where.
That's where it comes to, like, your biggest enemy in this business.
You start saying what, and you can't compare yourself to other artists.
And that's the thing. And a lot of artists have a problem with doing that, because a lot of people come up and say, "Hey, man, you sound like so and so. You sound like this." So you go home with that and you sit on it.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't.
It's like, wait a minute, am I actually that dude?
Yeah, and then a lot of times, man. People that like your music, that doesn't mean they can't like mine.
Exactly.
And that's a problem I've run into with some friends. It's just like, dude, network, man. It doesn't matter if you're making it big. Help me out, man.
Dude, I met the most craziest, most important people just by accident.
Just by accident, pure, just luck.
Yeah,
that's how it happens with everything.
Just by things just showing up and just saying what's up. So this one right here is my next song. It's also uncut. It's also brand new. This is like 2 weeks old, I guess. But it's called It Ain't Right, so it's still got kind of its fixes I'm going to do before I put it out on a record. But it goes like this right now, yo.
Honey, you know that I love you, but you crossed the line. To keep on keeping on only shows my weak side. And to have these things I wanna say bottled inside, it ain't right. or cuss you, and I don't want to. I hate it when we fight. Sometimes it don't feel so bad when all I do is stay stoned. And now every damn song's so sad from spending all my time alone. And it ain't right. Trust you, losing sleep at night. I kiss or cuss you, and I don't want to. I hate it when we fight. Sometimes it don't feel so bad, and all I do is stay stoned. And now every damn song's so sad from spending all my time alone, and it ain't right.
New song, so I still got a lot to work with, but
golly.
Cause I mixed a little bit up, but we're gonna get it fixed out, figure out. We're gonna
Dude, that's super relevant though. Like as outlaw as you are, it's still relevant. That's pretty cool.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks, dog. You gotta have a weak side somewhere.
Dude, man.
That's what the people like.
Hey,
you,
well, I'll do a little heartbreak that I wrote a while back. This is called "I Can't Outrun the Thought of You." I could use a fast car to get me out of this bar. Try and leave your memory right behind me, sitting on this stool. Girl, you made me crazy. I'm seeing things I shouldn't be. Like you right in front of me when you ain't even here. 'Cause every night I just see you, even though you ain't with me. Girl, just tell me what to do. I can't ever thought of you. I tried to run, I tried to hide, I'm trying to leave you behind. But every song, every beer reminds me you ain't here. Only tonight I can't take you away. No, girl, I can't. Never one of your memories. I know they're here to stay. 'Cause every night I just see you, even though you ain't with me. Girl, just tell me
That's a good one.
I like that one. That's one of my favorites that I've written.
That's a good Mr. song, man. I like the word. I like the way it was phrased up, dude.
Appreciate it.
Let's see, which way am I gonna go with this?
You're dropping it. You're dropping it.
Yep. So earlier we were talking about traveling around and doing music, and when you do that, you do run into a lot of different situations. And this is a song about that. It's called Gambling, man. I usually put myself in those messed up situations. That's what this is about right here. It goes like this.
That's it, I'm done. That's all I can take of your love right now. When I'm in your house, too tired, no doubt I can't sleep anyhow. It's too late to initiate this stupid little game, baby. I had the mistake of asking you to dance while Tennessee whiskey played it. So I guess I'll pay the price, 'cause it was me that rolled those dice. I'm a gambling man, a rambling man. Consequences aren't my friend. Don't think twice, pour the whiskey on ice, pour the gate and watch the cowboy ride. Well, I'm a gambling man, rambling man, yes I am. Gassing up at the corner store on the bad side of town. Out the corner of my eye, saw some things going down. A young cat held the store up for booze and cash. But little did he know I had my 45 too, and I didn't want to do it like that. But I did what I had to do, 'cause I'm a gambling man, a rambling man. Consequences aren't my friend. Don't think twice, pour the whiskey on ice, pour the gate and watch this cowboy ride. 'Cause I'm a gambling man, a rambling man. I'm a gambling man, rambling man. I'm a gambling man, a rambling man. Consequences aren't my friend. Don't think twice, pour the whiskey on ice. We'll get and watch this cowboy ride. 'Cause I'm a gambling man. Yes, I am.
I like your chord progressions, man.
Oh,
I
thanks,
really
dude.
like the way your music's
Yeah, man, that's one of those songs I haven't cut yet either, man. I only got 2 songs out. Actually, I only got 1 song out. I got a single coming out, and maybe I'll do that a little bit. But.
Yeah.
You said you got an EP out?
Yeah, I've got an EP out on iTunes right now, and it's
Wow,
just a little 3-song EP.
Cool,
That
man.
stuff gets expensive. So.
Trust me, dog. I know.
Yeah.
I only got 1 out. That's what I was saying.
So I just got that about 2 weeks ago, and May 2nd.
Where at? Where'd you record it?
In Nacogdoches.
Cool.
Yeah, man. We got a pretty good take on it, man. I was very pleased with the mix and everything. And,
You used your band, right?
Yeah, well, actually, I kind of rented out a few of the members on that, but it was me and my brother. My little brother's my drummer.
Yeah, drummer, man.
Yeah,
cool.
so-
That's really cool, dude.
Yeah, we kind of put that together, and we're real proud of it. So if y'all want to go check it out, like I said, it's on iTunes, Spotify.
What's it called?
It's called "Say You Will." It's kind of the title track.
All right.
But this song is actually on that EP, and this is probably one of my favorite songs. I know I said the last one was one of my favorites that I've written, but you know I get a new favorite song every time I write one.
Yeah,
I'm like,
because
"That's it."
you end up playing that one too much. It's like, man,
Yeah,
might as well
you
find
overdo it, man.
Yeah, I know what you mean,
but
though.
this one's called Chug-a-Lug. This is on the EP. Y'all can check it out on iTunes, Spotify, any major streaming platform. It's there. This is about an old man off the Sabine River. An old man way back in the pines of Deep East Texas on the Louisiana line. Sit on a stump, pick his guitar, drinking moonshine liquor out of an old mason jar. And chug-a-lug, sugar love. He always sang on a simple song every night in the woods when the time went on. He let it ring out through the pines. He let that old moonshine sing. Sugar love, tip one back for me, yeah. Find a buzz, let it jog your memory. So back when you were a kid without a care in the world. Back before she broke your heart, when she was your girl. Sugar love. Back one day the old man sat there on the bank of the river in an old lawn chair. He passed out from the alcohol. The river rose up and swept him all. As it floated way out in the water, you could still hear the old man hollering, sugar love, tip one back for me, yeah, and find a buzz. Let it jog your memory too. Back when you were a kid without a care in the world. Back before she broke your heart, she was your girl, sugar love. Sugar love. Sugar love. Tip one back for me, yeah. Find a buzz. Then it jog your memory too. Back where you were a kid without a care in the world. Back before she broke your heart, she was your girl. Oh, sugar love. Yeah, my buddies wanna have a good time. We head on down to the Louisiana line. When the sun falls out of the sky, you can still hear the Sabine cry. Sugar love.
Oh, that's a party song right there, dude. I love it. I can drink to that, dude. I was just saying about the single I had coming out to you earlier. It's called Until the Story Ends. It's coming out Wednesday.
Wednesday.
May 16th is the day.
Wednesday, May
It's
16th, guys.
It's hitting online stores. It's going to be my second single. Right now, I'm kind of putting out singles, which will eventually accumulate an album. Which the title of the album is Throw This Dog a Bone, which that single's out. You can find on Spotify. But this one here is called Till the Story Ends. We just cut it. I sent it to Nashville to my buddy up there, Destin Frost. Shout out to you, Bubs. He put it together, and it sounds really, really awesome. And this is how it goes right here.
Light it up, burn it down. Might as well get blazed till them days the way things are going now. This beat up truck is the only way out of this town. And the damn thing can't even get me around. My patience are thin. It always feels like I'm sinking. I don't know how much more I can take of it, take of it. 'Cause I've been sleepwalking, free falling at the arms of cocaine. And everybody needs somebody at the end of the day. Gotta watch your back and keep a guard up. With the wind. She don't love me back, don't mess my heart up. But I'll just make pretend until the story ends. I've gotten carried away, taking care of my pain. I lost track of the time I spent trying to make my damn name. Whiskey sips and bone rips. I'm working hard to pay my rent. The only way I make ends meet's off of old country song requests. 'Cause I've been sleepwalking, free falling at the arms of cocaine. And everybody needs somebody walking, free falling at the arms of cocaine. Everybody needs somebody at the end of the day. But I gotta watch my back and keep my guard up and leave my prayers on the wind. If she don't love me back, look my heart up, and I'll just make pretend until the story ends. Oh, no, baby. So new single right there. Put out
Yeah,
May 16th,
dude, I'm gonna have to
man.
get that one for sure.
Thanks, dog.
That's another 99 cents I'm gonna have to burn.
You better spending money now, bro.
All right, guys, so you've been tuned in to Songbirds and Troubadours, number 17 already. Started this project in January, and our focus was to feature as many independent songwriters as we could possibly find. And we never guessed that this show would blow up the way it has. We are booked all the way into October with completely new songwriters every single week. No duplicates. So you guys tune in every Wednesday. You're going to see 2 new original artists every single Wednesday right here on the show. Super blessed to have both of these guys here with us on a Sunday night. Joey Greer from Orange, Texas, and Tyler Stokes from Eustace, Texas.
Yeah, man.
And of course, we're very familiar with both of these guys. I met Joey last summer at the Big Bass Bonanza through a friend of ours, Fat Matt, and I'm sure you remember that show.
Yeah.
When you played with Bradley and Sarah, and I was
Yep.
in the audience going, who the hell is this guy and where has he been? Just a phenomenal singer-songwriter. We're super blessed to have you here with us today.
Man, I appreciate it.
So tell folks out there, if they're just hearing about you for the first time, where they can follow along with your journey and stuff like that.
Well, my first thing that I always go to is my Twitter. I do all my announcing and everything on there. Twitter.com/Joey Greer Music, and I'm the only one, so there's not a lot of Joey Greers out there. But so follow me on Twitter there. Follow me the same on Instagram, Joey Greer Music, or Facebook.com/Joey Greer Music, and you can see all my announcements when I'm doing anything, when I'm dropping singles, or when I'm playing around you. So I've got my schedule also on my website that I just put up, and I'm trying to get people to go check that out. And so if you have any questions about my music, anything you want to hear, where you can find it, where I'm going to be, my website is the perfect spot to go, jgreermusic.com. And once again, that's jgreermusic.com if you want to go check out anything I've got.
And I'll spell that out for you guys. It's JOEYGREER. And once again, I say it all the time, if you don't know how to spell music, you shouldn't be watching this show anyway. But it is jgreermusic.com. Very cool website. I know Joey's been working really hard on that. So you guys make sure you check that out. And I know I say it on every show, but you just don't know how much it supports an artist just by hitting like or follow on their social media.
Absolutely.
And also, Joey has 3 songs, an EP that's just been released called Say I Will.
Say You Will.
Say You Will. Easy for me to say. But that you can find that on all digital media outlets. It's also streamed on Spotify. And stuff like that.
Apple Music. It's on iTunes. It's on all major streaming platforms.
Very cool. So check that out. It's Say You Will, which is different than Say I Will. It's just a
Well, you can say you will if you want.
Yeah. All right, so we also have Tyler Stokes here, once again from the Eustace, Texas area, which isn't fair because he's everywhere. I don't think you're ever home.
Yeah,
I've seen him do shows in DFW, Galveston, all over Texas, Amarillo. I think I've seen him do some shows out there.
Panhandle, dude.
Yeah. So same question, man. Where can folks follow along?
Well,
with
see,
everything you got
here's
going
what
on?
I like to tell people. I got the SoundCloud, Spotify, all that, iTunes. You can find me. It's just one single. But if you really want to know who I am, you can look me up on Facebook or YouTube and just watch my videos, because I like to put out just acoustic songs of just my original stuff, so you kind of get that feel of like who I am.
It's a very cool follow. So,
yeah, man. So just come hang out with me on my blog on Facebook and YouTube, and I also got some big things coming up. We're gonna headline Sturgis this year. So
nice.
with my brother
Really?
Zach Stokes. Yeah, we're gonna headline Sturgis, and I got July Fest is a big deal. I'm gonna be headlining with Co Wetzel, Stony LaRue, and Copper Chief.
Nice.
So
Where's that located?
That's in Gun Barrel City, Cedar Creek Lake area. So if you're free on July 7th, get you a ticket and come
You
party.
got a guest list for that show?
Oh yeah, we got a guest list. So my friends can hit us up.
I know a couple of people that would probably like to go to that show.
Oh, good man.
You got
We'll
one
have-
sitting
we'll
right
have-
here. I might be making a little trip.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be Co and Stony and me and Copper Chief. That's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's some good boys out
That's
there.
a
Shout
really-
out to Mike and Rio. Those dudes.
Yeah,
those
that's a
really
really
helped me
cool
out.
venue out there too. It's very laid back and it's got that carnival vibe out there.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, and it's just a bunch of fun people, man.
Yeah.
But if you want to find me on Spotify and iTunes, it's just Tyler Stokes. Going as a solo artist, but I do have a band. But it's pretty simple.
Excited. Today is we released this on the 16th of May. That's also the day that his brand new single is out there available for you all to download. So that'll be available
It's called Till the Story Ends.
Till the Story Ends, that's right. It'll be available on iTunes and all those places, right?
Yeah, man, all of it. Everywhere. Amazon. There's even some stores out there I had no clue even existed, dude.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And I'm there.
Yeah, it's cool. And so drop a buck, man.
Yeah.
Drop a buck on the song.
Absolutely.
It's Till My Story Ends, right?
Till the story ends.
Till the story
Come on,
ends.
Chris, what's up, man?
I'm losing my way, you know what I'm saying? Damn songwriters, y'all.
Right? He's like, man, you should write the songs the way I want them to be told.
Just let me title the songs. You guys write them, I'll title them. Everybody will be happy.
Yeah, dude. There you go.
I've got a quick shout out before we get off of this, but I want to shout out Encore Studio in Nacogdoches, Texas. Mr. Heath Parrott for doing a wonderful job mixing and editing my EP. Also, a quick shout out to my brother for being an actual musical mastermind, putting some stuff in there that I would have never thought of. And also to my parents for supporting me completely on the EP and helping me financially back it. And then lastly to God for everything, because I'm super thankful, because without him, none of this would happen for me. So
awesome job.
I just got to say hi, Mom.
Yeah, absolutely. We are filming this on Mother's Day because I don't own a calendar. My bad, y'all.
I was gonna play one of my songs I wrote for my mom, but the energy was too.
It was a little
It's not
off.
mom energy, really. You know?
It wasn't mom
Just
energy.
pick
I
a song and
apologize,
give
Mom.
it to Mom, you know. Just yeah. Hey, Mom, this one's for you. And she's like, wait, you're talking about drinking and going to the river.
Yeah, it's
Just
for you, Mom.
pretend, Mom. Jeez, stay with me here.
This is the only songwriting skills I got here.
That's right.
Yep.
So once again, it's Tyler Stokes Band on Facebook. Are you on Twitter and Instagram as well?
All of it, man. You can really the easiest way to do it is if you Google it. You know, Tyler Stokes Band, and then all my stuff is going to pop up. I don't have a website yet just because I ain't took the time to do it. But
Yeah, that's called laziness.
yeah,
It's
it is.
tough. It is tough though.
It is to maintain
hard
that.
as hell,
That's
man.
a job.
Yeah,
you know?
it really is.
And so once I find somebody that's wanting to do it, then we'll get it.
Don't look at me, man. Who's looking at me? Don't look at me for that. I've got enough work to do.
So anybody out there who does websites, holla at me.
There you go, Tyler Stokes Band right there. Now, if there's a venue that would be interested in booking you guys for future gigs, where would you send them to contact y'all?
Let's see. You can contact me on my email.
Okay.
I got a booking email.
What is that?
It's stokesmusic11
Okay.
at gmail.com.
Okay, and Joey?
My booking manager will contact you right back.
Absolutely. I've got my booking manager like straight through my website, jgreermusic.com. That's JGREER music.com. You can get a hold of me on there through via chat, or you could do GreerJP1 at gmail.com. That's GreerJP1 at gmail.com if you want to get a hold of me. Also, I've got a good buddy of mine, Joey Bondurant. That's been a good friend of mine for about 2 years now. He's been scheduling some gigs for me, and you can contact him. Joey, what's your best email to get with?
SJ Bondurant.
SJ Bondurant at
AOL.com.
At AOL.com. That's SJ Bondurant at AOL.com. Either three of those areas, I'm really not hard to get a hold of, I promise.
I don't know about you, dude, but it's down to book both of us together.
Hey, man, absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm going to challenge all of you venues out there in East Texas. These guys are down to do a song swap together. You saw the chemistry today. Very little cuts were made in this episode. What you saw here was live, real, and honest-to-God organic music today. And we go for that on every single episode of the show. So once again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to the 17th episode of Songbirds and Troubadours. Can't believe we're still doing this show already with all new artists every single week. Want to thank you guys for tuning in. We also have a brand new website, which because of you guys' donations and contributions out there, we're able to upkeep that. You can check that out at www.etxrocks.show. We have over 10,000 hours of content on that right there at your fingertips. From live interview segments to Songbirds and Troubadours, all original music. We have over 1,100 videos at your viewing pleasure right there on our webpage, as well as internet radio going right in the background of all of our live performances right here on the show. So as soon as you click on there, you're hearing music within 10 seconds. And that's what we're about here on the show, is independent music, especially the songwriters. Now, as you might know, we are all self-funded on this show, which means it comes out of my pockets. There's nothing in there, which means we need your help. And we do have a donate link set up for you guys to contribute if you'd like to help out. You can go to www.paypal.me/ETX ROCKS, and we will take American dollars, Polish zloty, drachma, dinar from India, and Robert De Niro.
Oh, really?
No Joe Pesci. No more Joe Pesci. And we'll take pesos if you send them on a Wednesday.
Only Wednesdays.
Yeah, and I know. Somehow I know. Like, when we get them, it says, no, these are not Wednesday pesos.
What, dude?
I have an interactive bank account. It's badass, man. I should get you one.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have too many dollars streaming from anywhere out of the state.
I got money coming out. You do like out of state.
Honestly, we'll only take American dollars. And camouflage skins on Black Ops 4 when it comes out.
Yeah.
Like October, I will take any of your camos. No, I won't. Not really. But yeah, definitely thank you guys out there for doing that. Want to thank Fred and Betty Gansel for your very generous donation and helping us keep the show on the air. It's because of you guys out there that we do the show, and it's because of our passion for music all over the place, whether it's from Texas or beyond. We have two phenomenal songwriters from right here in the state of Texas, but live nowhere near each other, which is the great thing about living in Texas. And isn't it great having the freedom of music here in Texas?
Oh,
Awesome.
man.
It's
That's
awesome.
what keeps this state alive. Man.
Absolutely. So once again, we want to thank you guys out there for always supporting live music of all genres and all styles, even songwriters. And don't ever forget,
ETX rocks.
that's right.
From the unknown to the stars, from the couch to the car, from the unheralded and the unheard, to the legends and beyond, it's where we all belong. Yes, this is where it all starts. From every genre, from every plane, this is where the music's played. So tune right in, won't you bring a friend? This is where it all begins. Welcome to the show. Let the music flow of every style and creed. And you can bet your socks that ETX rocks. ETX rocks.